In the systems-based deck, as well as in the psychological archetypal, the astrological concerns, as well as the Kabbalistic ones, really come to the fore and really need to be understood. For example, here we have the Tree of Life, and it's important to know that this is a 7, which is in Netzach, which is also known as victory and so forth, but also Netzach is a realm of illusion, and so we've got illusion plus Luna, which is subconscious and also has illusory aspects, and then it's in Aquarius, which is humanitarian, and it's supposed to be in the realm of intellect, and so it gets so weakened and watered down. Basically, it's the willy-nilly, wishy-washy vacillation. It's like the commercial about McDonald's where the lady goes back and forth about how she can't make any commitments. And so there's a certain sense about, especially seen here in the Thoth, where there's the sword and it almost makes it up there, but not quite. This is also the meanings behind the Golden Dawns. The idea is that the effort pushes up, it's got the rose, it's almost going to succeed, but then at the last minute insult becomes too much to bear, or there's a distraction, or some dishonesty, some shadiness, which is why the Thief was there for Lord of Unstable Effort. In the Weight deck, the idea is the Thief undermines the victory at the end. The camp's going to take off and have the war, but then the Thief makes off with all their swords. And so the idea is that at the last minute it becomes futile, because basically the world becomes a series of superficiality, which is why the light blue, but also it's like being in a house of mirrors. It's when you go to the fun house and so forth at the carnival, the house of mirrors, and you don't know, do I go this way, that way, this way, that way. And you see sort of here in the very visceral manifest content of a deep beheaded guy with a little demon. This is a creature called Bess, who's supposed to scare off demons, and obviously didn't quite do a good enough job. And he's lost his head. So the latent content would be the card's name is weakness. He is ineffectual in getting across his point because he's lost his head and cannot find his way. And so in the systems-based deck, that's the point of futility. It tells the querent that she or he is incapable of going forward because vacillation. Effort tries to go forward, but then too much wishy-washy, iffy, what if, and the sort of fog and the house of mirrors, the hallway of mirrors, it becomes confusing and distressing. And so the idea is to work against that by choosing a single choice instead of having this blade. It's hard to see, but there's all these little nicks in the blade, and it's the soul, which is the sun, and the idea is to go forward nonetheless. Find a way and push forward through the card. Quite a range of meanings when we look at all the different schools of interpretation when it comes to the Seven of Swords.